Hi guys, this is Fernando doing another video for More Survivalist. Pretty upset because I found that my trusted Letherman charge TTI, which I've praised so much, talked so highly of, is showing rust marks. It's rusting, and this is pretty upsetting. I'm pretty dissatisfied as a customer. I'm gonna be sending my tool to Letherman right away because this is just unacceptable for me to see all this rust in my multi. So no, yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just making fun of. Yeah, I just love it how sometimes people freak out whenever they see the tiniest little bit of rust in metal, as if that's not supposed to happen. They kind of freak out of the smallest, tiniest spot of rust. Yeah, there is one. You see that little one there? A couple of them there. Where else? Saw them in a couple of other places. There a little bit too. Yeah, I'm in a pretty wet environment. This tool has gotten wet several times. I've had it with me in places that I did get wet, completely soaking wet actually. The multi-tool got wet with me as well. I didn't wipe it dry right away. So many times, many years of this tool getting wet, and only now is it showing the slightest little bit of rust in a couple little places. Is this a big deal? No. I mean, these tools are made of pretty stain resistant steel. The S30V is pretty good. The blade itself here, S30V, this isn't showing even the slightest bit of rust anywhere. This is great steel, easy to sharpen, holds an edge well for a long time. So yeah, keep that in mind. Remember, start knowing these sort of things, guys. The different steels, what each steel is capable of doing, the slightly better performances. Generally speaking, people tend to be a little bit too, delicate about it and think that only the most expensive high-end steel is worth having. It's really not the case, but a good steel is nice to have. I mean, I've paid for it myself handsomely as well many times, as you guys know, buying bussy knives that are pretty expensive because I appreciate that. But even the more common, ordinary steels are much better than most people give it credit for. So yeah, there is a couple of little marks here and there, but it's really not a big deal. Even if it got much worse than this, it wouldn't be a problem at all. Again, people, some guys tend to get their panties all bunched up because of the slightest little drop of rust. Not a problem, and with a minimum care, it is taken care of and good for many more years to come. You want to see something rusted? This would be a good example of a knife that is getting rusted. And I'm going to be showing in another video how to clean this up and how to avoid this from happening. Alright, this is a knife that I made. This is actually the first knife, if I'm remembering well, the first knife I've ever made, and it's still working for me. It gets rusted, gets cleaned. Yeah, and this time I'm going to be showing you exactly how you get a knife in this condition cleaned. So guys, that's basically it. Just want to show you, get the topic rolling about rust and multi-tools and knives and how it isn't that much of a big deal, and most people overreact over the slightest little bit of rust, and they would faint like ladies and collapse if they see something like this. But I'm going to be showing you in a following video how to take care of this, clean it up, and leave it ready so as to avoid it. Folks, take care. See you on our next video. Have a good one.